I'm here to tell y'all, gone are the days when your girl would just be quiet to keep peace, or because I didn't want conflict or I didn't want drama. I'm not saying I am messy, but I am saying that when things are happening, if my silence means that more harm is getting allowed to happen to myself, people I love, or in my community or my workplace, I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to allow people to make me feel like I have to dim my light to make them comfortable, or because they're annoyed by my light, they're annoyed about how I shine, or they get annoyed by my laugh, or they get annoyed by my disposition, or they get irritated because of my mind and the God-given abilities and talents that have been imparted on me, and the knowing that I have that makes me very, very good at taking ideas and transforming them and bringing them from a vision to reality and form. I am done placating. I've never done the false smile, y'all. Y'all gonna know. Like, that's one thing about me. I never do the false smile. You gonna know how I feel. I'm a straight shooter. I let people know how I feel, okay? But I have dimmed my light. I have played small. I have been quiet just to keep the peace, even though I knew there were things happening that should have been called to the surface. I have done that, and I'm not doing that anymore. I don't want to do small talk with certain people just to be nice. Like, I don't want to be fake. I don't want to do that because it's politically correct. Of course I want to be polite to people generally. I'm saying, like, sometimes we feel obligated to do small talk with people we really not vibing with or feeling just because that's what's expected. And I'm not going to do what's expected of me anymore. Today's word is I can no longer conform to niceties and formalities. Vel'nari Sha'kai. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the Mother. Shalane Tukai. For real, y'all. Like, I am done with it. I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to do things just because society expects us to do it. Like, I used to get so annoyed. I used to get so paranoid when people would be like, smile, just smile, smile. And like, they'd be like, you're too pretty to not smile. And I used to get that all the time when I was younger. And it was because around that time, I lived in Chicago, used to ride a red line, to work, or I catch the green line. And when you're on a CTA, your presence matters, and it wasn't like I was like trying to look evil or have a straight face, but like, I wasn't going to be smiling and looking naive for anybody to walk up on and cause a problem with. If you was going to walk up on me, you was going to know that, like, that I wasn't nothing to be played with, and that I might be crazier than you if you step to me. Like, it's a shy town. Like, I mean, it just is what it is, okay? Like, that's what it is. That's like, I've had the best of the best, but I've also had the worst of the worst and been in the street life. So, like, it is what it is. So, they used to say, like, smile. And I used to get so annoyed, like, because of that expectation. It's the same thing, like, too, like, there are certain people in a workplace. You might not get along with everybody. You have to be professional. You have to be courteous. Absolutely. Respectful in the workplace. But I'm not going to have small talk with co-workers and colleagues if I don't really rock with you like that. I'm not about to sit here and like try to have conversations about what you're doing on the weekend or what. No, because I'm not going to share information that I don't want you to know, that will give you more ammunition to know about what's going on in my life. And it doesn't mean that I don't like anybody or that I hate anybody or anything. It's just that I'm very exclusive about my energy and who can be close to me, who can enjoy the benefits of that frequency. And I mean that. I'm not like, this is not my arrogance. This is not disrespect. This is alignment. This is flow. This is understanding how energy works and how certain people you really don't want around you if they're negative or if they have negative intentions. All it takes is intentions and thoughts, y'all. They don't even have to do anything. It could be that they're talking negative about you, or that they're plotting on you for whatever reason. Personally, they're jealous, they're envious, or, you know, you're threatening them because they ain't doing what they supposed to be doing, or they want to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. Who knows? But your intuition will let you know the people. They will let you know. They will let you know what it is. Absolutely. And you know, you have to stand in your sovereignty. You have to help, like, you have to set those boundaries and really be committed to that. And like, don't allow yourself to just have these small talk, or if there's like people calling you on a personal level, you know, you really don't really like them like that, but you just talk to them because you feel obligated, and every time you get off the phone with them you feel drained of energy. Stop doing it. If you're not rocking with that person for whatever reason and you feel drained, you feel tired, you get annoyed, you get agitated, and then you start mistreating them, or then you go talk bad about them to other people, like, well, I wish they would leave me alone. Like, don't do that. Just don't talk to them. Just, I mean, I am so honest, y'all. Like, would I, like, if that was going on to me, would I just be like, would I say to a person, I really don't like you, so I'm not gonna talk? No, I'm not. Because I'm very compassionate. I'm very empathetic. I care about people. Even if I don't want to talk to you, even if I don't want you around me, I still gonna care for you, okay? Like, not you, but like, so the people that this would apply to. I probably just would not make myself available. And sometimes it's simple as that, y'all, because like, I hear people complaining about this all the time. I'm like, I'm not available. Sorry, I'm not available. Like, I'm not available to access, for you to access through phone, through social media, through whatever. I won't make myself available. That's how I handle it, you know? And not lying. I won't lie. Now, if it comes down and they say, well, why don't you, then we're going to have a conversation. If they say, well, why aren't you ever come to what I say, or whatever. But like there are times, like, with my friends that I really do want to spend time with, you know, like, who will be like, you know, they invite me out and like, I can't go because of, you know, I've been dealing with my health issues and I got twins that are 4. I don't have time to do nothing. So like, with those friends, I'm gonna be honest. You know, I think the key of all of this is that you have to be authentic. You have to be raw. You have to be, but you also don't want to be mean. You also don't want to be cruel. This is not a message to say that people should be cruel and cut people down and just exclude people. That is not what I'm saying here when I say I can no longer tolerate those kind of niceties and formalities. That's not what I'm saying. You don't mistreat people. You don't mistreat people. I think we mistreat people more when we act like we want them close to us in a way that we actually don't, like, in a capacity that we don't. Like, so if you have a person who thinks that they are your friends and that they confide in you and that you care in them in the way that they need you to, and that you're telling them that that's the case, but every time they contact you, that you get annoyed or you rush them off the phone, or it just makes you not like them more, or, you know, you don't help them, or then you go talk about them to your family, your man, your sister, whoever, your children, and you spread their business around. That's mistreating people. We can't do that. We gotta cut that out, you know, because that's more harmful. They can, if you cut off access, or say, hey, I don't, you know, we're not mutually like reciprocal of that energy, then it's gonna hurt them, but it's gonna allow them to move on. And this is in terms of relationships too, y'all. It'll allow them to move on and to be in alignment and flow with somebody who actually matches their energy. You will do them a favor and you will do yourself a favor. I love y'all so much. Have a wonderful day.